We're talking about CM Punk. After AEW Collision, he takes another shot at Hangman Adam Page and says he can't sell any merchandise and that this is the home of, he's in Carolina or one of the Carolinas, and he's like, this is the home of Adam Page and he can't sell any merchandise and he can't push any tickets. So CM Punk still going pretty hard with the, why is this guy trashing people in that's outside of storyline? Like, it's not building to any storyline, it's just how he really feels. So he's really still on the edge there. What do you think of this stuff with CM Punk, or are you familiar with it, Tom?
If this is not something he's supposed to be doing just for heat in a storyline, then it seems that Punk really straddles the line between what the old timers would call going into business for yourself.
Yes.
It seems like there's a lot that CM Punk does that's just designed to get CM Punk over and not necessarily be best for, the role he currently has in a larger company. I don't know. You tell me. You've watched him more in AEW. Is he that guy? Is he the guy who's like, is this what would happen if Logan Paul was full-time in the WWE, just doing his own thing all the time, like in business for himself?
He's totally in it for himself. He's one of the all-time egos. I don't know what's wrong with him. And it's really interesting because he's one of these guys that's straight edge. So he doesn't even like, he's, there's some unfortunate incidences where in pro wrestling, some guys are just too messed up on drugs and they can't help themselves. He's completely straight edge. He's just a complete jerk.
He's totally sober doing this. He knows what he's doing.
Unless this is an angle where he's going to build something with Hangman Adam Page, who desperately needs to be built back up after being the AEW champion, and I haven't really seen too much of him. He needs a real match with CM Punk, or if this is just another bad look. And how much more do we have to deal with this? Like, how much more does he have to tank this company?
You mentioned Hangman Adam Page hanging out with the Elite. I mean, Punk famously has real animosity between him and the Elite, or at least did at the time of his injury last year that forced him to take several months off. Now, on one hand, that led to the elevation of MJF, and then it led to CM Punk returning, and now he's got his belt and MJF has his belt, and so there's like rival belts going on in the AEW. Is this something that could be just playing it, that CM Punk versus the executive vice president's faction?
Hopefully it is something that moves closer toward that angle. It's just odd because he shoots the promo after the show, but I don't know if they're clever enough to think like, oh yeah, do it after the show and that'll get even more heat, or if he just
they'd be playing 3D chess there.
Yeah, right.
It's like, we need you to say something that gets as widely viewed as possible. Wait until we're off the air.
Yeah, if he said this while they were on the air, the crowd, you'd see it on TV and you'd be like, whoa, that's pretty intense. But instead he did it off the air. So you have people on YouTube making tons of money. You have like guys like me and you getting views. But TNT missed out on all that, So if it really is an angle, TNT would probably prefer that, hey, have that on our TV show rather than afterwards. Like, the most notable thing that happened is after the cameras go off.
CM Punk still has it as a wrestler, right? He's not just in there embarrassing himself. I mean, he can go still.
Yeah, no, he definitely can still go.
So you don't mind him being top of the card and being here. It's just weird that he would call out Hangman Adam Page in this fashion.
Exactly. He's great at the top. He's a very interesting guy, to say the least. Like, he gets a lot of buzz. Our buddy Steve LaCastro, he loves AEW, and he's so sick of CM Punk. He hates him. He hates the whole thing. And it's not even like it's all go away heat. It's go
away heat. It's not Dominic Mysterio heat.
It's not Dominic Mysterio where we're booing him because we know he's bad, or even MJF, where you're kind of in on the joke. Okay, this dude's a heel, but he's great. CM Punk is more like, nah, let's let's calm down with this.
Interesting, and this is going into maybe their biggest pay-per-view ever. They've got like a week and a half until they're over in London for, what's it called? Is it All In?
It is in London for All In.